get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game?
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
The extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Lance now on first down.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
So a first catch for him in the ball game. And you know, the scuttlebutt has been he's not getting enough touches, enough catches, not feeling involved enough in the offense. So maybe that can get him going.
You and I both know that there's not a wide receiver alive that ever feels like in any game he got enough touches, even if he got 15, right? We all know that. But there's also not an offensive coordinator alive, a play caller, that isn't smart enough to get the ball to them and often that will keep his position.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Lance, a handoff here to Mostert.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
From the gun, it's Lance. This to the outside, it's Sermon. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And he's got room. And he's got this down to the 35. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Finding room to the 20, and he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Second and 6 with the ball on the 7. They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Lance. This is caught. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Sermon. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
Again with Sermon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Sermon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. By rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try the left side. Carson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Knapp. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw on 3rd down. Knapp. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. Yeah, they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result could be something you don't like.
And they'll run with Sermon. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Sermon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. They'll try and throw for it. Dancing to his left. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing again.
Knapp.
And this will be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Knapp. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
56.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
To throw, it's Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by DJ Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
No problem there on the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Lance, a give now to Sermon.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
These two teams all tied after one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And Lance going to throw.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well.
Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
56, the mark, boys, 56.
Sermon now on 1st and 10.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Gary and Conley.
And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
On 1st and 10.
Knapp.
Down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Off the play fake. Knapp. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Knapp.
He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Carson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
This is Carson. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Now they'll run the screen with Carson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Knapp. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. Touchdown, Seahawks. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Point after, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. He looks for Ayuk again. This time he's got it. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They go play action here on first down. Out to his left. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Looking to throw on second down. Knapp. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 10. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Buying time to his left. He's got a first down past the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On first down, Carson. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Carson. He will push his way down to about the 14. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is right there. It's good. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Take it in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
On first down, Lance.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Aldon Smith, the former number 7 pick, gets the sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. To try again after the sack.
Lance. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Cody Barton there to bring him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll begin the drive with Carson, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Off play action.
Knapp.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Knapp. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield.
At the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Now a handoff. Sermon.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On second down, another shot for Sermon.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They go back to Carson here on 2nd.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, Knapp being chased out left. Pushing his way. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines. Tackle him. 2nd guy in. Tackle the ball.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Knapp. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Knapp. And he'll find Everett there, complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Throwing on 1st down. Knapp. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. Carson the first down and more. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Knapp. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
They'll run on first down. Carson, a little juke. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Touchdown! DK Metcalf. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Now the try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
49ers 14. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And the return will stop right around the 25. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. They run again with Carson. And a short gain here down to the 22. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's Lance. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. On second down, it's Carson, and he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Once again, it's Mostert. Fights loose. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Sermon. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, Are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. 2nd down and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
46 to Mike, 46. Check.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get it behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Hey, watch the screen.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensive.